Yo, what it do, YouTube? It's your boy MB, ready to do the daily breakdown of the S&P 500 on the futures market. So today is Thursday, March 28th, 2024, and we are closed tomorrow because of Good Friday, and so this is probably one of the slowest weeks that we've had in a while, not since the week of Thanksgiving. There were probably only a handful of solid plays this week, so it's going to be fun dissecting the best play of the week for tomorrow, and I mean that sarcastically. There were only like 2 good setups today, but just like the rest of this week, you had to be really precise. So it was still tricky if you took those plays. And so I'll explain that real fast. So yesterday before the market closed, we had this mega pump. And overnight, we just kind of held sideways for a bit. And so we had this low pre-market at 5301.25. So this was my support level that I wanted to see us come retest before continuing to the upside. We did end up getting somewhat of a drop at the end of the day, which I'll also explain because I was kind of waiting on something like this. So this probably would have been like the first quality setup, but because it happened at the very end of the day, I had to find something intraday. So let me show you what I ended up finding. So here in a 5-minute chart, the first play of the day came around 10:30. And you can tell on a 5-minute chart, we are super choppy. It's honestly horrible to look at. And even, I was reviewing at the end of the day, I was like trying to find the plays and I was like, oh, this is so ugly. But thankfully I had these levels, and so let me break it down for you. My first level was at 53.15, so I took this level short, and it happened to be the high of day for a while. This level I got because we have, if I scroll over here, this was a support zone from Thursday that ended up breaking. So we broke it here around 12:45, and I've been waiting for this area to get retested. It's kind of hard to see, but if I switch to a 15-minute chart, when I scroll back over here, it's a lot easier to see. So, it's very choppy, but we had this level that we couldn't close below. So once we finally broke below, this was the area that I was looking to retest, and we finally got that a whole week later. So we were tested here and it rejected. But the reason I say that it's so tricky because if you got in exactly at 15, aka the best optimal entry, if you're like me going for 10 points, it hit exactly 10 points. So my TP was actually right here at 0475. Now I ended up selling early because of how slow and choppy this was. So thankfully I ended up taking profits, but had I tried to actually hold to this level, I would have never gotten filled and it would have actually reversed on me. So that's play number 1. Play number 2 I actually took as well. I had this downtrend that we were following, but once we broke out of it, I was waiting for a retest. So I ended up getting long here, and this one actually really pissed me off. So we started to go up, it went into my favor for a while, and my stop was right here at 04.5. So once it started to reverse again, I don't know why I didn't wait for a retest of this trend line, but we break below it, and I actually cut it early before it even hit my stop loss. I was like, let me save the few $100s that I'm going to save by cutting it early. And I ended up cutting it like 2 ticks myself right here at the very bottom. Bottom ticked it, and of course, the next 10 minutes, it just pumped up insanely. So what I should have waited was for the retest of this demand zone. We found some buyers here, and then I saw this double bottom, and I could have re-entered at a better entry, but decided not to because I just took the loss. And but yeah, this was a double bottom in this demand zone, and so it was 10 points in like 10 minutes. After this, we formed this bull flag, and if I go back to a 15-minute chart, we're in this massive uptrend. We just broke out of this downtrend. We're forming a huge bull flag, and so you would expect this to keep going up, but like I said, I was still waiting for this level down here pre-market to get tested, so I kind of had a feeling we will pull back before the day ended, but unfortunately, it literally happened the last minute of the session. So 10 minutes before the close, I see that we touch this area, we start to go up, and I literally turned my screen off like right here. It was like 3 to 4 minutes before the market closed. And literally, had I taken a short at this 13 level, I wouldn't have gotten stopped out, and I could have caught this nasty 10-point dump in literally 1 minute. So this is play number 3, but unfortunately, because it happened on a 1-minute time frame, I would have never actually had the confirmation because I like to wait for a 5-minute close below, and then the retest, and then the dump. So still wouldn't have caught this play, but it was in there. It was a break and retest. It just happened on a much faster time frame. So that's pretty much it. These 2 plays of the day. Like I said, this one was really hard to catch. This one was easy. And so there was really only one solid play of the day, but I count this one because I took it. So that wraps up the slowest week in history. I'll catch you tomorrow when I do the best play of the week. Shout out to Jesus this weekend. Died for our sins, resurrected 3 days later. I'll catch you guys later. All right, I love you.